Here we are in Volk Estates, the grandest neighborhood in Dallas, hidden in University Park. It's like a neighborhood magic trick. How can a neighborhood of estate homes, some of the most architecturally significant homes in Dallas, inhabited by ambassadors, billionaires, and prominent families, disappear in plain sight? Volk Estates is only 5 miles from the Dallas Arts District. You can reach the city of Dallas in every direction, and is bordered by Preston Road, the original trail through Dallas. Volk Estates is actually sheathed in University Park. It recedes from the original grid of standard-sized lots intended for professors' homes surrounding SMU. And the natural boundaries of Turtle Creek, Gore Park, and the neighborhood through streets of Lovers Lane and University Boulevard impede cars from entering Volk Estates and insulate this exclusive enclave of estate homes. Ironically, this neighborhood was originally created for wealthy homeowners with private automobiles to drive to their homes. In 1920, University Park Estates, covering an area of 120 acres, was created for lots over 1 acre. In 1924, retail merchant Leonard Volk purchased 41 of these acres from SMU and Walter Caruth for a development he called Brookside Estates that enhanced the vision of University Park Estates. He deed-restricted his 28-home site neighborhood, prohibiting sidewalks parallel to roadways as they were reminiscent of streetcar suburbs and were not suited for the distinguished families with their own automobiles. To further assure the continuation of the park plan, Volk transplanted 200 forested trees, installed the perpetual green of shrubs, and the luxuriant fragrance and colors of flowers on the graceful curving paved streets and the 2 large triangle parks. Provisions were made for palatial homes that would harmonize with the natural grandeur and the elegance and seclusion of the vista. From the Mississippi landscape architect Lee Jenney to the highly regarded Dallas architect Hal Thompson, architects have always made a significant impact on the success of Volk Estates. Leonard Volk started with his own home in 1926 that the Dallas Morning News described as architectural correctness and landscape beauty. Who better to set the tone of the neighborhood than prominent Dallas architect Hal Thompson? Here at 6920 Turtle Creek Boulevard, on a 186-foot wide lot, set back 85 feet from the street, is a proper English-style home designed by Thompson and Swain. The stucco facade is outlined in Oklahoma stone and trimmed in cypress and oak. The interior included oak-paneled rooms and a fireplace that would burn a 4.5-foot log. Another important commission for Hal Thompson, and another architecturally significant home for Volk Estates, is the country Georgian home with a neoclassical portico designed for George T. Lee at 6801 Baltimore. At the time, one could see in the distance across the cotton fields the Georgian-style buildings being built at SMU. In 1928, Herbert Green, Bruce LaRoche, and George Dahl designed 6701 Turtle Creek. Herbert Green had designed the iconic Beaux Arts-style home in Highland Park on Beverly and Preston, and George Dahl became best known for the design of 28 buildings for the Texas Centennial at Fair Park. In 1936, Everett DeGolyer purchased this Turtle Creek home before he built his famous home at White Rock Lake. In 1928, Bertram Hill designed a home on Hunter's Glen in the same red and brick dramatic stone trim that he designed an earlier mansion on Swiss Avenue. The recent renovations have removed this pattern of red and brick stone. By 1930, the architectural splendor and opulence of Volk Estates was secure when 6801 Turtle Creek Boulevard, designed by Cincinnati architect John Scudder Atkins, was built for Alvin and Lucy Ball Owsley. This French-style home has been beautifully renovated under the direction of New York architect Peter Marino and Dallas architect Bill Buziotis. When the late Glenn Mitchell of KERA was interviewing me on Dallas Architects, he asked me at the end of the hour what my favorite house was. Without hesitation, 6801 Turtle Creek came to mind first. Clyde Griesenbeck and John Dana designed a Tudor Revival mansion for Cecil Higginbotham at 7037 Vassar, clad with oversized fieldstone with an ornate brick pattern gable. Important architects like Fouché and Cheek, Horace Avery, and Lucius O'Bannon also designed homes here. Modern architect Frank Welch designed a Texas modern home in 1980 on Hunters Glen. And Landry designed a modern home at 7028 Turtle Creek in 1993. Another generation of classic architects started with Cole Smith and included architects Border Snyder, Larry Border, Wilson Fuqua, Richard Drummond Davis, Richardson Robertson, and Paul Turney, who designed and renovated homes in Volk Estates. Modern homes continue to be designed by architects Bentley Tibbs, Stocker Hestre Montenegro, and a fabulous modern home by Richardson Robertson, who had previously designed a Romanesque home on Beverly Drive in Highland Park. Another magnificent home is designed by New York architect Tom Kligerman that is nearing completion. This shingle-style home with the curvilinear facade follows the shape of the lot embraced by nature. As these talented architects kept designing architecturally significant homes over the decades, not just in Brookside Estates, but in the adjoining 80 acres of University Park Estates, the entire neighborhood has become known as Volk Estates. Some neighborhoods are transformed from modest homes to grand neighborhoods. Other grand neighborhoods decline. Volk Estates was a grand neighborhood that keeps becoming grander and more beautiful. It exudes organic urbanism, nature, and vibrancy. It is adjacent to the Highland Park Presbyterian Church, the retail along Preston Road, and is buffered by verdant parks, Turtle Creek, and the wide, deep lawns and landscaping that frame the palatial and elegant homes of Volk Estates.